The defending champion's out, Ronnie's back, and Mark Selby has a problem with his tip. Round 1 is almost in the books, so now our attention turns to round 2 of the 2025 World Snooker Championships. Hello guys, welcome to Daddy in the Dawn. My name's Phil, and today we're going to recap everything that happened in round 1 and try to predict what's going to happen in round 2 and beyond. If you do enjoy this one, please remember to like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel, and we do appreciate all the support we get. So we'll start off with quarter number 1, where most of the carnage happened. A couple of big seeds dropped in this one. So we've got Li Pifang versus Zhao Xingtong, and Pifang, fantastic second session against Kyron Wilson, fully deserved, defending champion out, and Xingtong, as I predicted, beat Jack Jones really comfortably, and this has set up an all-Chinese affair where I think Xingtong, he has got something to prove. He played really well in that first game, and I think he's going to do enough to get through, probably 13-10. The other game in this quarter sees Chris Wakelin versus Mark Allen, and Chris Wakelin held his nerve tremendously well, had a massive lead against Robertson, but Robertson came back at him, held on. It would have been easy to fold, but he held strong, got over the line. And Mark Allen, despite a slow start in his game, came back to win 10-6, despite going 3-0 down, I believe it was. The only thing with Mark, I've seen him doing a bit of media work, bit of commentary, punditry, etc. I'm not really a fan of that during tournaments. I think if you go out or you're not playing in that tournament, fair enough, but while you're still involved, I think even players like Ronnie O'Sullivan, they've struggled when they've tried to mix the pair. Just doesn't really work out for me. But I still think Mark Allen has got enough to win this game, but I think Xingtong beats him in the quarterfinals, and it'll be Zhao Xingtong progressing through as the winner of quarter number 1. Quarter number 2 now sees Ronnie O'Sullivan versus Pang Young-Zhu, and Ronnie absolutely wiped the floor with Ali Carter. Ali Carter didn't turn up, to be fair. Ronnie did look rusty in patches, but he did turn it on like his old self in patches. Fairly confident performance. And with Pang, he caused a bit of an upset against Zhang Anda. Second time Zhang Anda's gone out in the first round now, 2 years in a row, despite being fancied to do something. So fair play to Pang, but I do think this is a touch for Ronnie. It's someone who won't really hurt him, and I think Ronnie will come through this. Probably something like 13-8, 13-7. Quite comfortable day at the office for the Rocket. In terms of the opponent, we've still got a game outstanding, which is Mark Selby and Ben Wollaston. Mark Selby leads 5-4 despite some cue trouble. I'm expecting him to change the tip on that cue and manage to get over the line in that one. CJ Wee will be the opponent. I think Mark Selby, as long as he sorts his cue problems out, he will come through this game. If it's Wollaston, then I expect to see Jai Wee to go through, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to say that it's Mark Selby that goes through to face Ronnie O'Sullivan. And in that game, if Mark Selby turns up anywhere near his best, I think he can really frustrate O'Sullivan. But I can only go on what I've seen in this tournament so far. And what I've seen in the tournament so far, I will have to favour Ronnie in this one. So I'm going to say that it's the Rocket that comes through quarter number 2 and moves on into the semi-finals. Quarter number 3 now, we've got John Higgins versus Xiao Guodong, and John Higgins came through a very tricky match against Joe O'Connor, 10-7. Admitted to being emotionally drained afterwards, got very emotional in his post-match interviews. Did well to get over the line in the end, played a lot better in the second session. Xiao Guodong, he was fantastic against Matt Selt. I'm not a massive fan of Matt Selt. He's got some strange behaviour that I don't really like, so I'm quite glad that Guodong put him away, to be fair. In this match, I think it's going to be too much for John. I think if it was a race to 6, he'd be the favourite, but I think Xiao Guodong is going to be too much for him, especially over the longer format. He's already admitted to being drained, and I think it will be that little bit too far for John, and Guodong comes through this one, where he'll play the winner of Hossein Vafai and Mark Williams. Vafai technically upset Barry Hawkins, although it was 10-9, and there isn't too much between them in the rankings, but technically it was an upset, And Mark Williams was made to work against Wu Yi's. 10-8, he came through that one. For the same reason as John, I think Mark will struggle the further the tournament goes on. But for this round, I think he has got enough to get over the line against Fafai. I think he would have struggled against Hawkins, but this has fallen perfectly for him. He'll win this one, but I think Zhao Guodong puts him away in the quarterfinal. So it'll be Zhao Guodong who advances as the winner of quarter number 3. And finally, quarter number 4, we're still waiting for the winner of Luca Brecel and Ryan Day, but I'm fairly confident that with the 5-4 lead, Ryan Day is going to get the job done. Don't rate Brecel's chances at all, to be honest with you. And to be quite frank, it's not going to make a difference for the prediction, because whoever advances in that one, my pick is still going to be Ding Junhui to advance to the quarterfinals, and he'll play the winner of Sean Murphy and Judd Trump, who both came through very easy first round matches, both won 10-4. Sean Murphy, for the same reason as Mark Allen, I've seen him doing a lot of work with the media, a lot of punditry, etc. And again, I just think he blows hot and cold. He needs to concentrate in this game. I know he won the Masters. He's in the limelight at the moment, but he does blow hot and cold, and this could come around to bite him in the arse on this one. Judd Trump, I think, is going to be too strong. He'll advance, and he'll also be too strong for Ding, and he'll advance as the winner of quarter number 4. So in these hypothetical semi-final matches, I know they'll probably be completely different by the time we get there. I'm going to say that Xiao Xingtong beats Ronnie O'Sullivan and Judd Trump beats Zhao Guodong, both in really good competitive close games. And in a cracker of a final, it's going to be Judd Trump to beat Xingtong and lift his second World Championship.